Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington Redskins and the Miami Dolphins. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. Oh, he's got a little daylight. A huge play there right off the bat. 47 yards. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. Back to the ground on first, it's Geis. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
His throw caught right around the 6. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. In for the score. And the Redskins take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
Hey, they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed, and this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. Whatever they said appears to have worked. First carry for Kenyon Drake, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete here. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Now back to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Fielded just inside the 20. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break the tackle and turn into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
He got 29 yards that time. He'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Geis with the carry on second down. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Over the middle, complete. That's Rowe. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 at a 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. On the move to his left. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is because you got to get his attention because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On first down, Drake. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Ohio! Ohio! Hut!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there of 22.
Flex round! Flex round!
They go play action here on first down. Out to his left. And that's incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Flex round! Flex round!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He goes underneath to Drake. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Their mobile, agile quarterback, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins able to get this back within a touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Back 99 Philly, here we go!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Gun! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
He'll drop to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing.
Williams loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They're going to look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot.
Set up a throw. Forced out to his left. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded at the 43. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Redskins will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot. Great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hammond. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down.
Detroit! Detroit!
On 1st down, this is Geis. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. action. They'll throw. His throw incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. He will push his way down to about the 14. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down. So now on fourth down, the Redskins will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins. And Hopkins' kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
There's something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Sliding out of the pocket. Wide open receiver complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. Miller now. Off play action. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. They'll go option to the short side. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Miller from the gun. He'll throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing on 1st down. Miller, they'll set up the screen to Drake. Heck of a move and then brought down near the 23. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Now Miller to throw on second down. Flushed out right. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Miller. Being chased out left. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. The Dolphins on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Flex round! Flex round!
Here's Miller operating from the gun. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Braxton Miller, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 1-score game. Point after here coming up. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So out now come the Redskins. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They start on the ground with Geis. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to let this one go deep into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals, and if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Miller now on first down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Redskins who have the lead here. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Very quickly here, and that's complete. And he lost the football into the Redskins. How did they do?
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And he spins past him and into space. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble. They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Guy showing he's going to be an important part of this Redskin backfield as he's in there again for first down. On the handoff, it's Geis. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
They'll hand it down to Geis. Oh, the spin. And he dropped it about the 11 after only a yard.
Well, they won't bump that to his resume reel, but that might be one of the best 1-yard runs I've seen.
The Redskins on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll drop to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Watch him now, Barney.
They'll go to Pirine, trying to pound it in. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you can darn near lick.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. It's their quarterback. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Miller looking to throw on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. To throw on 2nd down. Miller buying time to his left. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now Miller from the gun, he'll throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Flush to his right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On 3rd down, Miller. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt, because he's
going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. And the pressure gets to him again.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Here's Miller throwing on 3rd and long. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight, He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll run with Geis. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now again, running left is Geis. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But the Redskins look to get this one back, and indeed they did. It's still Washington football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Miller now on 1st and 10. Steps away to his left. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. Not only another first down, that also puts him over 100 yards rushing.
That's not something you see very often in the NFL. We see it more in college. But I think with more of the melding of the college game with quarterbacks, we'll see this a little bit more often in the future.
Now a former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24. Miller to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Miller. And he comes back with one complete. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Man, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
It's a quarterback sneak. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th.
Brandon, it's easy to make decisions from right up here where we are, right in the cheap seats, but let's be frank about this one. This isn't even a decision as far as I'm concerned. They have to go for it here. Field goal does you almost no good as time's running out in the game. If you want to win, you have to be aggressive here.
A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And this winds up a disaster, nowhere near the marker. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And instead of having a 1-score game, they'll remain 2 scores down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Detroit! Detroit!
Here's Geis. And he'll be taken down at the 18. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz is trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the 1st. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
3rd down, here's Geis. And an alley to run. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And out come the Dolphins now. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
He'll look to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction.
Flex round! Flex round!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's second down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Watch 18! Watch 18!
Looking to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll get inside of Washington's 15 before being taken down. A gain of 39 that time. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. The Dolphins moving with a sense of urgency here.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Flushed out right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you've got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it, an in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And this one is right through. And this is back down to a 7-point game. Well, that's one part of the equation. Puts them back within 1 score, but I'd be surprised if we don't see an onside kick coming up.
Yeah, I think you're probably right, partner. They've still got the 2 timeouts. But without that 3rd one, they can bleed a lot more clock on you. So how confident are you that the defense can hold them deep? I think you're exactly right. I'd line up and play for the onside kick here.
The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Following the penalty, it's Geis. He finds an opening past the 40. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. A big play there out of Geis. 57 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Washington, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll return home next week to take on the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.